Good evening to all my wonderful viewers out there, and welcome back to another pickups video, the series where I discuss 5 pieces that I would love to pick up in the near future, either from specific genres of fashion or specific brands. In tonight's video, I'm going to be discussing 5 more capital pieces that I would love to pick up in the future. Okay, before we can get into this, guys, I've actually got to talk about something else, and I'm actually really stoked to talk about this. So, over the past couple of videos, I asked if we could hit the subscriber milestone of 3,445 subscribers before the end of September. It was just 5 more than the previous milestone of 3,440. We were pretty close to it. I felt pretty confident in you guys that you could get it sorted out. Little did I know that you wanted to go above and beyond that. So, thankfully to you guys, thankfully to the public and private subscribers, we not only hit 3,445, we hit 3,450 and surpassed it over this long, cold, and rainy spring weekend. I was shook. I was like, damn, you guys are going crazy. I know we're not getting like hundreds of subs or thousands like some huge channels do, but I don't know, it's really nice seeing the milestone go up, and I have to, shout you guys out for it. It'd be rude not to. It's crazy to see 3,450. That's 3,445 and then 3,450 in a weekend. Crazy. You guys are crazy. So thank you so much for 3,445 and 3,450. We're getting closer. Like, again, I hate saying it because I know I'm gonna jinx myself. I know I'm gonna do it to us, but 50 subs, end of the year, could happen. It would be awesome too, but I'm not gonna, obviously I'm not gonna set that as the next subscriber milestone. I'm just gonna ask for 5 more. We gotta keep doing it in increments of 5. So look, I mean, we got a couple days left before the end of September. 3, 4, 5, 5. I think you guys could do it. I think you guys could help the channel reach 3, 4, 5, 5 before the end of the month. But now that we have gone up another 25 subs, I do have to update it. I do have to update it as well. So thank you guys for 3,445 and 3,450. We will now get rid of 3,425 as that is now long gone. Moving up, that is the last purple sticky note. I'm gonna have to, okay. Got a bunch of yellow ones. We'll move on to yellow next. Not a very exciting color, but we'll move on to it. So our last purple one, we've got 3,450 subscribers. That's it's so. I've been wanting to hit that for so long. I'm so happy about that one. So thank you guys for 3,450. I probably spent way too much time talking about this. Thank you for the constant support on the channel. Thank you to the public and private subscribers. It's awesome to see your constant support. Let's get into the rest of the video now. Thank you for supporting the channel. Okay, now I can shut up and actually start talking about the video. So, yes guys, welcome back to, what is it, like the 6th part or something like that? Part 6 in 5 capital pieces that I want to pick up. There is a lot that I want to pick up from the brand for various different seasons. But yeah, this episode is definitely going to be more summer focused with capital. They're going to be pieces that I want to pick up to wear in the hottest season of the year. It's coming up soon, and that's basically the reason for me creating today's video. I was having a very chilled long weekend where it was pouring down with rain, quite cold, and I was thinking to myself, look, it is spring at the moment in Australia. It's going to be summer soon, and it's going to be like every Australian summer, stinking hot. So I need to prepare myself, and I need to get a wardrobe situated and ready to go for that season, which I can definitely come out and admit my wardrobe is not ready for that. The styles that I can wear from my wardrobe for summer are really limited. I can wear the classic shorts, a graphic tee or a t-shirt, and some sneakers and like a hat of some sorts, keep it like really basic like that. But I really, like, over that long weekend was thinking I need to expand into some other styles to shake it up for the summer season. I didn't want to keep reverting to shorts and a shirt. I wanted to spice it up a little bit. And last summer I was rocking not necessarily a new style for me, but more of a style for me, which was really flowy, baggy, lightweight dress pants, belted up with a nice belt, sometimes a tank top, sometimes not. And then obviously, mainly for the upper, it was a button-up shirt, either, as I was just kind of alluding to, worn as an overshirt or just as the shirt itself. Mainly, these button-up shirts would have to be out of a material that is lighter than cotton, but cotton could do. I was aiming for materials like rayon, silk, cupro, all the different various forms of rayon, etc, etc. I really wanted to go for that look more this summer, and that got me thinking. I was like, oh, what's a brand that I really like the look of their button-up tees that I could pick up a lot of for this summer season? And of course, going to go to one of my favorite Japanese brands out there, Kapital, because they have a really fun, really nice selection of button-up shirts made out of really nice materials, rayon, a little bit of silk. No 100% silk, mainly because, I mean, geez, have you looked at 100% silk button-up shirts, man, with graphics on them? They get up there in price. I'd much prefer buying rayon because it's so much cheaper, and I don't want to say it's the same, but it's, you know, you get pretty close to the effect for like a lot less of the price. So yeah, I'm really keen to pick up a bunch of button-up shirts from Kapital for that summer style that I want to dive into more for this upcoming summer season. And yeah, I thought, you know what, I want to do a video about this, talking about it on the channel for you guys, because maybe some of you guys would be interested in watching it. So that's why I'm doing this video today. I wanted to cover 5 pieces from Kapital that I wanted to pick up for the summer season. So I don't know, maybe part 6 could be the summer part of the pickup series that I'm doing with Kapital. But yeah, I've picked 5 fun button-up shirts that I would love to pick up. I'm eventually going to pick them up, but at the moment, there is a Supreme piece that I have wanted since the Spring-Summer 2020 collection, and I found it on a Japanese boutique, and I reckon maybe next pay I'm going to look into picking that up. So we might have to hold off on picking any of these Kapital pieces up because I want to pick up that Supreme piece, but hey, look, if the Supreme piece sells, well, obviously I'm gonna have to buy the Kapital pieces. So, you know, it all happens with, you know, what's available when the paycheck lands. So yeah, we'll have to see. But anyway, yeah, I'll be discussing 5 Kapital button-up shirts that I'm really keen on, that I want to pick up for this summer season. I'll dive into why I like them. I mean, how I'm going to wear them is going to be pretty universal. It's just going to be like, you know, chop and change between, you know, the button-up shirts here. But I'll briefly dive into that as well. Yeah, let's just get into it, guys. Let's start talking about these 5 button-ups. They're not in any particular order. There's no hierarchy. Let's start talking about number 5. Okay, now for button-up number 5, guys. This one, please correct me if I'm wrong if you know Japanese, because this is literally auto-translated by Chrome, so if the name of it's wrong, it's not my fault. The piece that I'm interested in for number 5 is the Rainbow PT Wind Pen Aloha shirt. It's also got silk and rayon at the start of it, but I assume that's just because they're talking about the materials that it's made up of. And yeah, it's made up of a mix of 96% cupro, which is a form of rayon, and 4% silk. Because, you know, you got to have a little bit of silk, I suppose. I mean, not that I honestly don't think you're going to really notice it at 4%, but either way, cupro, very lightweight. Silk, quite obviously very lightweight. This piece is going to feel like you're barely wearing anything at all, with the whole weight of it probably just hanging off your shoulders. But because of the material choice, it's super lightweight. Now, the reason that I was interested in this is that I like the design that travels from the biceps across the chest and then to the other bicep. I like the color choices as well. I think my favorite is the one with the white collar and then white body. But there's the other options offer where they change up the collar line and the shoulders to a different color, quite a contrasting color to the body of it. I like them. I don't like the black and white. The brown and white isn't too bad, and I think it was a navy and white was the last color. It's okay, but I think my preference is still going to be just to having it as like white on white. I think it just looks a little bit nicer. And the detail that I think is really crazy and that I've never seen before is this like grid cutout that they've done at the bottom of it. I noticed Kapital has been doing this a lot recently with their denim, a lot of the jackets, where at like the waistline of the piece, instead of letting it just hang down for the rest of it, they've like cut it up to do like this like checkerboard looking pattern into the material. It's, again, crazy. I've never seen it being done before. It's a cool concept because what you would have is essentially a type 1 jacket fit all the way down to the waistline, and then you'd have this like hanging down grid pattern on the bottom of it. I don't know, I kind of like it. Would I have preferred it if it just kept continuing and there was none of this like cutout pattern on the bottom? I don't know. I'm kind of impartial. I'm like, you know what, it's cool with it. It'd be cool without it. I'm not too fussed by it. I just thought it was cool. The graphic, the material choice, the colors, the interesting design at the bottom there. I've never seen that being done before on a button-up shirt. That's a cool take on it. Yeah, I just thought it was really cool. I'd love to pick it up in the white on white. That's definitely my preference out of the colors. And it just seems like a really fun button-up shirt to wear in summer, you know? Like it's a little bit spicy because of the graphic on it and the crazy little detail down the bottom there. Where, you know, it's going to have some heads turning. It's going to have some people talking about it, even though it's just a little button-up. I think it's fun. Yeah, it'll definitely add some spice to some summer outfits. I'm keen on picking this one up. Hopefully in the near future, I can pick this one up in the biggest size, which is a size 3, but it's quite a large size 3 looking at the measurements. Yeah, in a white on white for the summer season this year. Okay, now for button up number 4, what we have, again, you got to forgive me, this is the auto translated. The Navajoland PT Aloha shirt. This is a 100% rayon shirt, and I think the design on it, the all over print on it, is fantastic. I absolutely love it. The colors, the design. I haven't actually zoomed in all the way to have a look at what the design is, but it looks like a field of flowers and a skyline across the shoulders there. But you can definitely correct me if I've, I guess, misinterpreted that in some way. It comes in a tricolor, a purple, and a yellow, and it's one of the few Kapital pieces that comes in a size 6. You heard me right, a size 6, so that's a 3XL. In all honesty, looking at the measurements, I'd be kind of keen on the 3XL. I mean, I'm a big guy, but this would fit really flowy, it would look really nice, it'd fit really well looking at like the chest measurements and everything like that. Yeah, either a size 5 or a size 6. Which color would I prefer out of the 3 colors that are offered for this awesome button-up? I think I'd have to go the tricolor, the one with like the red flowers, the blue sky, but the purple or the yellow color options as well, they're also really, really good as well. I wish I could have all 3. Maybe progressively over time, I'll slowly buy them all up, but I just think it's a fantastic button-up. I love the colors on it. It's just, yeah, I can visualize it now, you know, with the black suit pants that are like rayon or nylon. And then you have this shirt and it's all flowy on a nice summer day. I can see it. I can visualize it. I'm really keen on it. I would love to pick it up. I hope in the future that the size 5 and 6 stays in stock because, yeah, I'm definitely looking to pick this one up in especially the tricolor in the near future. Now for button up number 3, we've got, this one's fantastic. And if you're not a fan of like button-up shirts with all over print designs and you know, exotic and crazy colors, this one has an all over print that may appeal to you because it's just black and white and it's pretty, you know, it's all in all pretty grayscale, you know, black, white, maybe a little bit of gray thrown in. It's nothing too crazy with the color, which I don't know, maybe there's a minority of you out there that don't like that, you know, that don't like button-ups that are all over print with crazy colors on them. You just like them in simple colors. And this, yeah, this one's the one for you. What we have is the Hustler PT Aloha shirt in silk and rayon. So it is a little bit more expensive than the previous tee we just talked about, because whenever they throw a small percentage of silk, they increase the price a little bit. And In all honesty, I wish I could just go for rayon so it's a little bit cheaper. Because I don't know, at 4% silk, are you really gonna notice a difference? I don't know. Hey, look, maybe if I eventually pick any of these up, I'll be able to tell you, but I'm very doubtful it's such a low percentage. I feel like it's more like a flex at that point where you're just like, oh, I got some silk in my button up, even though it's only 4%. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I will totally notice it. But yeah, it's a 96% rayon, 4% silk, and it's what the graphic that it's got on it is a couple of, I think they're African guys, judging by like the hairstyles and stuff, and the photos aren't exactly clear, but it all looks like they're playing some billiard games, maybe 8-ball. It doesn't, you know, particularly matter which kind of billiard game they're playing, but yeah, it's just really nice. I like the graphic on the front, I like the guys on the back and how it kind of lays out across your shoulder line, how everyone watching, and I kind of like this idea that like, depending on how you pose, right, if you have your shoulders back, if you have your shoulders forward, it's going to position the guys that are watching in the background either forward or backwards, depending on, you know, as I was just saying, how far or back your shoulders are. And I think that's kind of cool. As you move, the graphic still aligns and works really well. I think that, you know, that's some really smart design choices there. I don't know if it was intentional or if it's just like by chance that it works out that way. Either way, I think it's a cool design choice. Yeah, awesome. Love the colors on it. As I said, if you're not a fan of vibrant colors in all over print tees, this will be your go-to one because it's just black, white, with I think a really nice design on it. I think it looks really nice, and I like the contrasting buttons on it as well. Yeah, would love to pick this one up. This one only comes in a size 5, but again, with any of these tees, you don't go off the numbers. You got to look at the measurements. A 5 would fit me quite nicely. Yeah, would love to pick up a size 5 for this one in the future for summer, and I had to mention it as piece number 3 today. Now for button up number 2, this one is 60% linen, 40% cotton, so it's going to be, I mean, that's still quite lightweight when you're comparing it to things like leather jackets and hoodies and stuff like that, but when you're comparing it to rayon and silk and the materials that are really, really lightweight and things that you want to wear in summer, this is going to be heavier, so it's more of an overshirt, but you could wear it by itself. It just depends on how hot it is. If it's really, really hot, I probably wouldn't wear this one too much, but if it was just like a nice warm day, I'd definitely wear this one. What we have is the IDG Patchwork BORO Aloha shirt. I feel like this one embodies what Kapital is known for very well. Not necessarily a very interesting Japanese take on Americana, but a lot of their styles, a lot of their, you know, processing techniques have been put into this button-up shirt. So what's happened to this button-up shirt? Well, it's all in the name and we'll dive into it. IDG is their indigo dyeing technique where, you know, they have those very natural colors. It's a very natural dye. It can rub off onto other garments, and I would not advise washing it with white clothing because it would come out very blue, but yeah, it's got that really nice deep blue color to it. They use it a lot on their denim and their denim jackets. All the denim jackets that I've bought from Kapital in the past have used that dyeing technique, so you know what kind of color it is. It features patchwork designs because it's linen and cotton. It's got different uses of those materials thrown into a patchwork design on it. It's BORO, so it's going to have that restitching and that repairing look to it, where it looks like someone's grabbed various different materials and restitched it to patchwork it, essentially working with the patchwork design. And then it's an Aloha shirt, so it's a button up. It's meant to look like a very oversized summery button up there. It's awesome, right? Like, it encompasses a lot of the processes that Kapital is known for, and also works as a very cool summer shirt. Obviously, because it's BORO, it's patchwork, you probably couldn't have done it out of rayon or silk, and if you did, oh, it would be so expensive to, you know, to be able to apply a BORO technique to silk or rayon. Is that even possible with how lightweight the material is? Because you got to like process it so many times and repair it so many times. I just don't think the material will be built for that kind of thing. So I can understand why this one's made out of linen and cotton, because you need something a little bit sturdier for that. I love the colors of it. It just, yeah, it really does encompass a lot of the brand's iconic processing techniques and just looks really cool. It's not too out there and too BORO where it looks like really patchworky, but it's enough where you can be like, that's a cool button up. You know, I really like it. I like it for its color, its patchwork design, the BORO. It's fun. I would love to pick up some more BORO pieces from Kapital, but they just don't last. They just sell out really quickly. I'd love one of their BORO denim jackets, but they only release those every now and then, and yeah, they just sell out straight away. So yeah, unfortunate, but I will happily take this button up for the summer season. This BORO button up would be awesome to own for this coming summer season. Moving into piece number one, button up number one, we have the cotton flower pattern Rangle collar Aloha shirt. Quite a lengthy title there, but a fantastic piece. It is a silk rayon blend shirt, 96% Cupro, 4% silk. It doesn't look like Kapital really goes above that 4%, and the price tag would probably start going up. This is also the cheapest button up that I have mentioned out of all of them so far. It comes in some awesome colors, but it might just be a bit too adventurous with its pattern. Some of you guys out there, it might be a bit too floral. I really like it because it's overly floral. So it comes in 4 colors: red, brown, light green, and dark green. I think I like all the colors, but maybe brown might be a bit of a miss for me, but light green, dark green, and red still on the table for me. Yeah, I really like this just because of its design, its color choices. It looks really fun, really summery. It's gonna look awesome rocking this, you know, going out for a couple drinks with the mates at a bar, just, you know, spending a day out in summer. Like, it'll have its moments. I can visualize me when I'm going to be wearing it, and that material choice is going to keep me nice and cool during the summer you know, season as much as you possibly can. And yeah, I just really like it. It's also the cheapest. Maybe that's why I really like it. But I mean, yeah, I'd like it in the red, the light green, and the dark green in, I think, a size 5. I think a 5 is the biggest size they do for it. But whatever the biggest size is, I remember looking at the measurements, and the measurements for the biggest size worked out for me. So yeah, would really just like this one as big as it comes. It's a nice piece. Had to mention it in today's video, guys. But yeah, that's all of them mentioned. 5 summer button-ups from Kapital that I would love to pick up. The pickups video that is the summer edition, I suppose. Yeah, it's the brand has some awesome options for summer because they use rayon, Cupro, and stuff for a lot of their jackets, a lot of their, you know, button-ups, a lot of their pieces in general. You have a lot of options to go for them when it comes to summer clothing. Yeah, so I just had to mention 5 button-ups because of the style choice that I want to rock more in summer and just the awesome options that they had. I'm definitely hoping to slowly pick them up over the next coming weeks because I do want to prepare for summer, and I feel like these pieces would be really good pieces to have for that for that season. But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on any of the pieces mentioned, if you own any of them or not, down in that comment section below. Well guys, yeah, that is part 6 all wrapped up nicely. We talked about 5 pieces I'm interested in, why I like them, how I'd wear them. I mean, well, I very lightly touched on how I'd wear them, but to break it down, I'm really just going to be wearing flowy dress pants, maybe the Uniqlo tank tops that I bought ages ago and unboxed on the channel, and then just wearing it over the top as an overshirt, or just wearing it as the only shirt on my upper, depending on how hot it is on the day. I don't think there's going to be much variation in that style for me in summer when it comes to these pieces because, you know, obviously it's quite limiting with the heat. You can't, you know, layer or go too crazy with it. Not that you can with button-up shirts like this, but yeah, you know, like you can't go too wild with it. I think that's how I'd wear them, and I don't think it would change too much for any of these. I don't think any of them is going to require me to wear something different. I think that's a pretty safe and pretty easy way to wear them for the summertime. But yeah, they're fantastic pieces. I would love to own all of them, As mentioned, hopefully I can buy them slowly over the next couple weeks to prepare for summer. But yeah, I'd also love to hear from you guys. If you guys have any recommendations on some good brands to check out for button-up shirts like this for summer, drop them in that comment section below. I love hearing from you guys. I obviously have picked up some from Stussy in the past. A lot of skating brands have them. Obviously Supreme has some rayon ones as well that I'd love to pick up from them. Yeah, I mean, maybe I will in the future if I find any for sale, but yeah, if you guys have any like really good brands to go to for rayon button-ups that are all over print, and I mean, I know I'm saying that also have nice designs is quite subjective, but just have some, you know, some cool all over print designs. Yeah, drop them in that comment section below. I'll definitely check them out, and maybe I could do a pickups video for that brand. If I like 5 of them enough, you know, I'm like, oh, I like those 5, I'll do a pickups video for them. But yeah, it's yeah, awesome stuff. I'm definitely, if you guys want me to do another Kapital video like this where I'm talking about 5 further pieces I'd love to pick up, just let me know down in that comment section below. And of course, if you guys want me to keep covering, you know, well, if you want me to do more Kapital videos, more pickups videos on a, you know, specific area of fashion or a specific brand, just give me the 3 indicators that I always ask you for, which is a like on this video, comment in that comment section down below, and the best indicator of them all, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. As mentioned at the start of this video, we're trying to hit a new subscriber milestone this month of 3,455 subscribers. You guys have absolutely killed it this month. Hopefully, with your guys' continuous support, we can reach 3,455 before the end of the month. That's everything I really got to say about these pieces, guys. I would love to pick them all up. I've linked them all in the description section below if you want to buy them yourselves. I'm obviously going to be proxying them. I don't know if they're available at many boutiques, but you can definitely proxy them from the links I've put in the description section below. Yeah, let me know how you feel about any of the pieces, and until the next Kapital video, until the next streetwear talk video, until the next pickups video in general, guys, I'll catch you later.